Hello there, my name is Michael Sriqui. Today I'm going to tell you about the database project that I have been working on and will be working on further in the coming semester. This database is designed to aid the ABC bookstore, or really any used bookstore retailer in general. It consists of several parts. There's the database, the system as a whole, and the various risks associated with this project. In terms of the database, there are several different types of data being stored. There's data on the stories, the books that contain those stories, the various copies of those books, and finally there's customer information. This information will all be stored in a series of tables and relations. It will also allow customers to make wish lists of books, so if there's a book that they want that the store doesn't have, when it comes in they'll get a call, they'll be contacted, as well as reserve copies of the books. As far as the system as a whole is concerned, it utilizes a fairly typical client-server architecture the database will be hosted within a server, which is going to be this computer here, and which will itself be connected to the internet, so that this way people at the bookstore can access it remotely. We've taken into account the idea that there will be several different kinds of users, the three primarily. There's customers, store employees, and store managers. Although we'll discuss more about their access privileges within the database in just a moment. As far as risks are concerned, there are a number. In general, there are 6 different types that I found. There is the risk of minor losses in data, major losses in data, destruction or inoperability of the server, as well as violations of the principles of confidentiality, integrity, and availability. I plan to implement a variety of mitigations to help with these risks. For example, the server will be connected to a surge protector with a battery, so that this way any kind of short-term power loss, because the vast majority of power outages here in Florida last for less than a minute usually. It will protect the computer and prevent it from going offline. There are a variety of such measures. For example, limiting user privileges. In general, customers will have the ability to read most of the database, although not all of it. For example, they'll only be able to see their own customer data, not the customer data of other people. Employees will be able to mostly only read from the database, though they will be able to write to it in certain instances, such as at point of sale. And managers will have the ability to completely read and write the entire database. By doing this, we hope to limit any kind of potential damage, either accidental or malicious, that can take place. We also plan to have the entire system backed up in a couple of different ways. For one thing, I plan to have the hard drive on the server mirrored via RAID. I also intend to have both partial and full database backups on a regular basis, with those backups being stored at an external site where they can be retrieved and the database restored in case of an emergency. I also plan to configure SQL Server to monitor various threats, for example, um, things like network traffic, and set off alarms if it goes beyond expected norms. And of course, there will also be both software level and network level firewalls to protect the system. In conclusion, I planned out this database. It will be, by the end of next semester, it will be fully up and running and ready to be installed, and it will be a big help to the ABC bookstore's business processes. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Move.